Good morning to you, Senator. We just want to get your thoughts initially on what happened in Singapore.
Well, this is one meeting, and of course the ultimate goal is for permanent, verifiable denuclearization of North Korea. And everyone who thinks or works in this area or has experience has said this will take some time because we have been here before, and other agreements with North Korea have fallen apart on the issue of verification. And so it's going to be a process. So this is a meeting in which Kim Jong-un got two very important things from this meeting. The first is that he got acknowledgement of his murderous regime by the most powerful country in the world, the United States. The second, he got an end to the joint exercises, which the president referred to as war games and provocations, words that Jong-un has used to describe these exercises. So I think the president made that announcement about these joint exercises unilaterally. I think it probably caught the South Koreans unawares. So, you know, I've been a long-time proponent of peaceful diplomatic means to end the crisis in North Korea. So, you know, this was well and good, but the ultimate goal is for a permanent, verifiable denuclearize North Korea. And of course, we need to involve our two major allies in this effort, and those would be South Korea and Japan.
Yeah. So Senator, it seems like you're reasonably optimistic at this point, but do you trust what Kim has to say about denuclearization? And
I don't know. I wouldn't characterize my statement as being reasonably optimistic, but we all want to be optimistic. Let's put it that way. But it's going to take a lot of work for us to end up with a permanent, verifiable denuclearized North Korea. Everyone is optimistic. One hopes, you know, hope springs eternal. But the hard work lies ahead.
And Senator, the president mentioned not only the end of the military drills between the U.S. and South Korea that's coming up in August, but he also mentioned that he would be removing the 28,500 troops who are currently in South Korea right now. Do you think that he gave it too much in this initial meeting?
I'd say that Kim Jong-un is very happy right now, because he got recognition of his murderous regime, and he got the ending of the joint military exercises. And as an added bonus, the idea that we would remove all of our troops from the DMZ, I'm sure that what took our allies by surprise also.
Yeah, so what's next then as far as bringing the allies into this?
We have to reach out to them. Yeah. And South Korea and Japan needs to be very much engaged in this process. Not to mention that I think China probably has a few things to say about what's happening in North Korea. And so we cannot go it alone. But, you know, this is the tendency of the president to make these kinds of announcements without talking to anybody, and certainly not without talking to our allies. So the hard work lies ahead.
All right, Senator Mazie Hirono and her thoughts on the historic summit between President Trump and Kim Jong-un. Thank you for joining us today.
Okay.